Welcome to the Beverly Hills Plastic Surgery Podcast, episode number 100.
100!
All right,
Woo-hoo!
Dr. Ravello, we have hit the century mark on our episodes. What do you think?
I'm pretty darn excited. I don't know if you can tell, but we have cupcakes.
Oh, I can tell. I can see them.
I'm wearing a party dress. So I'm like really excited about this 100th episode.
Well, let's see the cupcakes first. Hold on. This is very important. And any of you that are listening to the podcast, you can view this on our YouTube channel, Beverly Hills Plastic Surgery Podcast on YouTube. It'll probably be on our Instagram, I bet. Can you guys see that? Looks good. There it is, number 100. And shout out to Sprinkles Cupcakes, which
Yes.
They have the local store close by, and for our cupcake needs.
For our cupcake needs, a little bit too close.
We'll hit them up for the sponsorship later.
Yes, exactly.
Number 100. So what have you learned, Millicent? We've done 100 episodes. What's been the best part about doing this podcast? Other than hanging out with me, I get it. You don't even have to mention that. But in terms of the plastic surgical world.
I think the best thing has actually been the listener response and the feedback that I've gotten from them. Because that's why we did it. That was the whole original impetus for why we started this podcast, is because we wanted to get the reality and the truth about plastic surgery out to the people that were interested in hearing about it. You know, there's so much fallacy and straight up lies and untruths and stories and fables about plastic surgery, that this was supposed to be a way to sort of speak honestly about what plastic surgery is. And I think the patients have really accepted that and found that to be true and have really appreciated it, because I just hear, oh my gosh, thank you so much. That was so helpful. I get it. Now I understand. Like, you answered my questions. And it just gives them a better idea of what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, that is the key. It was to be able to speak openly, frankly, with total transparency.
Yes.
Because the amount of misinformation...
Oh, it's so much. It's so much.
Insane.
If I have to hear, like, one more time, well, on my Facebook group, I heard, like, no.
So just today, Jason Berkeley, who I do the Dr. Hockey podcast with today, sent me a meme that actually made me stop and crack up. It said, hospitals have chosen to replace doctors with parents who've done their research. No. No offense to the parents who've done the research, but that would not go well.
But sometimes that is a lot of times, and that's not obviously unique to plastic surgery. It's unique to all doctors
everything.
everywhere. And it's so true. I get it. We all go down Google rabbit holes. I go down Google rabbit holes to decide what kind of fertilizer to buy for my indoor plants. You know, like, you want to research everything to be fully informed, and that's no different when it comes to plastic surgery. So I totally get it. And this podcast is just part of the research that patients can look at.
I want to just digress for 1 second that whatever rabbit hole you went down for your fertilizer for your indoor plants was the wrong one.
Probably. Yeah. Now I'm like on the DEA's like website for looking up suspicious chemicals.
I'm telling you, your indoor plant track record is not even close to your surgical track record. So just get a cactus. It's easy. The succulents are
True.
chip shot. Well, I will tell you that for me, that has been absolutely the best part, is getting the listeners who do DM us or send me emails and say, your podcast was so helpful. I had surgery in Houston, Texas, and it made things so much better for me. I was able to choose the right surgeon. I knew what to expect. It just helped my whole process in having the real information. And I really appreciate it.
Yep. I mean, that's the whole idea. And we tried to be as transparent as possible we even talk about our prices, which is awfully times taboo amongst plastic surgeons. We talk about our prices, we talk about what you can actually expect. So I'm really glad that we got that out there. And I have learned a lot just myself doing the podcast, because at the end of the day, this is two plastic surgeons talking about plastic surgery. So I've learned stuff from you that I didn't know about. We talk about different techniques, different things you've seen. So it's been like a water cooler talk about plastic